right, look at him go.
That's a pretty brave guy. That's
Yes,
what this is all about, too. The Christ in you inhabits not a body, yet the Christ is in you, and thus it must be that you are not within a body. I love this kind of reasoning that he gives. Duh. What is within you cannot be outside you, and it is certain that you cannot be apart from what is at the very center of your life, the Christ. What gives you life cannot be housed in death. No more can you be housed in death. Christ is within a frame of holiness whose only purpose is that the Christ may be made manifest to those who know the Christ not, that the Christ may call to them who know him not to come to the Christ and see the Christ where they who know him not thought their bodies were.
mm-hmm.
Then will their bodies melt away, that they who know him not may frame the Christ's holiness in them.
Our true self, our higher self, our big S self, abides in the Christ. It's our Christ self. The Christ, not the illusionary body, is the home of our holiness, and also our brother's home, even if we choose to deny this fact.
Even if we both choose to deny this fact.
Thank you, yes.
You're welcome. No one who carries Christ in him can fail to recognize the Christ everywhere, except in bodies, for Christ cannot be found in an illusion. And as long as he believes he is in a body where he thinks he is, which is the body, the Christ, cannot be. Let me say that again. And as long as he believes he is in a body where he thinks he is, which is the body, the Christ, cannot be. And so he carries the Christ unknowingly and does not make the Christ manifest. Mm. And thus he does not recognize the Christ where the Christ is, which is in the higher self. The Son of Man, which is the body, is not the risen Christ. Yet does the Son of God abide exactly where the egoic Son of Man is. And the Son of God walks with the egoic Son of Man within his holiness, as plain to see as is the egoic Son of Man specialness set forth within his body. I know I read that, and the English words, I understand them all. I'm not sure I got the picture
The
of
Son of Man, which is our bodies, right? The physical body manifest. That's
Mhm.
not the risen Christ. That's just our bodies that we see, like you and me see ourselves
Mhm.
or each other or others. However, the Son of God abides exactly where these bodies are, and Jesus walks with us within our holiness. It's as plain to see as is his specialness that's set forth within his body. The holiness is as plain to see when you have the right perspective, the right vision, the right perception. When you realize you're the Christ and that all your brothers are part of you in Christ, then we're all seeing each other in Christ in that higher space. That's what I'm taking. Let's see what Tom says.
Okay.
The Christ is the mind. The mind cannot be separated from the oneness that is the mind of God. The only place that something other than the mind of God can appear to exist is in an illusion. It's the split minded that dream egoic illusions of duality and separation. Yet, the split minded cannot be real in a holographic oneness of all that is. The split minded is an illusion of the one self, an illusion of the one self. It's not real. The Christ, which is this one mind, is always within us, but cannot be seen with egoic eyes. It requires vision to see the Christ. When we are under the influence of the egoic thought system, we fail to recognize the Christ or hear his voice for truth, since our focus is on bodily form, not content. Egoic seeing requires the belief in duality and an observer with something outside of itself to observe. It requires the belief in the false, since only oneness is real.
Hold on, I want to see that sentence again. The second one from the end. Egoic seeing requires the belief in duality and an observer with something outside itself to observe. An observer with something outside itself to observe. Okay, and hence the duplicity, the illusion, because there isn't anything outside of self. Okay,
Huh?
I got it. I had to put that together.
No
Thank
problem.
you. The body needs no healing, but the mind that thinks it is a body is sick indeed. And it is here, in the mind that perceives itself to be the body, that Christ sets forth the remedy. Christ's healing purpose folds the body in Christ's light and fills the body with the holiness that shines from the Christ. Lee, would you check the book and see if that word folds isn't holds?
Holiness?
Uh,
Oh, got
sentence
it.
4.
Folds the body, yes.
Christ's healing purpose holds the body in Christ's light and folds the body.
Yep. His purpose folds the body in his light and
Okay.
fills it with the holiness that shines from him.
Okay. And nothing that the body says or does but makes the Christ manifest. To those who know the Christ not, the light of Christ carries the Christ in gentleness and love to heal their sick minds. The healing of sick minds is the mission that your brother has for you. And the healing of the sick minded must be what your mission is for your brother.
By seeing the Christ within each other, we discover the Christ within ourselves. This restoration of the vision of Christ is the healing process that forgiveness offers. Vision looks past form to content. Is my purpose to communicate by teaching love or fear? And we'll pick up the link to truth tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Good start.